Hey guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again, and it's time for the Blockbuster Exposed video series. This is going to be part 1 of 3 videos I'm planning to do talking about Blockbuster. In this video, I'm going to talk about some crazy customer experiences I had in the 6 years I've worked at Blockbuster. Also, in part 2 of this video series, I'm going to be talking about why I think Blockbuster failed and why they didn't take that leap into the digital format sooner, and why they're saying bye-bye now. In the third part of the series, I'm going to leave it to be a surprise, but when I found out what was happening at Blockbuster at the time, really kind of depressed me a little bit. But you guys will have to wait till the final part of this series to see what I'm trying to say, trying to talk about here. But in this video, I'm just going to talk about some of the crazy customer experiences just to get myself warmed up, in this video series, because I don't want to just start off with BAM! All the, the craziness that is Blockbuster, or was Blockbuster. But right now, I'm going to talk to you guys about some crazy customer experiences. Some of them are kind of funny. Some of them are kind of like, are you stupid? Because not every person that comes into a store is going to be a super smart scientist man that knows everything. You know what I mean? There's some really crazy people. Because in this one, there was also some celebrities that came into my Blockbuster. Some of them are cool. Some of them are kind of crazy. But the most crazy, customer that ever came in, the one I remember the most, I forgot the guy's name, of course. He came in when I first started working at Blockbuster. He came in, he's all stomp, 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 and he slams his VCR on our table and goes, "Damn it, your goddamn DVD or whatever ruined my VCR. What are you guys gonna do about it?" Huh? And before I got to say anything, I was laughing. But I didn't mean to laugh at the customer, you know what I mean? I was just like, what? Our DVD messed up your VCR? DVDs are not supposed to go on VCRs there, right there, genius? But he didn't really care, didn't even want to know what we had to say. He just wanted that DVD out of his VCR. He wanted that shit fixed so he can play movies when he goes home. And keep in mind, this was like 2008 or 2009 when this shit happened. VHS tapes are pretty much obsolete by then. And it was just one of the funniest experiences I had in my life. You know what I mean? The customer's all like, "Hurf," because I think he knew. He did something stupid, and he was just trying to get something for nothing. You know what I mean? Trying to get some free rentals, and trying to get his money back for the movie rental. I'm like, no, you have to pay us, because when we got your movie out of your player, it was all scratched up and it couldn't be played, and we weren't going to take it back or check it in like that. And he was just like, "Rrr." And I just remember him, we took out the DVD out of his player. We gave him his player back. He's like, "My VCRs better still work, god damn it," and stormed out of the store. That was just one of the crazy customer experiences I had. But another crazy customer story I have for you guys is this one guy that used to come in a lot, rent a bunch of movies with his dog, and almost every single time he would return his movies, the box and the DVD case would be all chewed up and have slobber all over it. And after a while, we had to tell the guy "Dude, we can't take these back anymore. You know what I mean? We're losing money every time you rent a movie from us. We're not if you can't control your dog from chewing on our product or trying to eat our movies, we're gonna have to let you go. We can't rent to you anymore." And the guy's like, "Don't worry, man. I'll take care of this. I'll make sure that my dog's not around the movies when I rent them and stuff." And the next time he came back to return his other movies, two or three of the movies that he rented have dog bites on it, and even one of the DVDs had a bite out of it and stuff. And he's returning it like there's nothing wrong. But the time that he came back to return them, he was handing them to me. I'm not gonna notice that there's drool and the case is all eaten up. You know what I mean? Who the hell returns movies like that? Why don't you just come in and say, "Yeah, my dog messed it up. I'm just gonna pay for him." don't try to like pass them off like there's nothing wrong again, you know. Like, I don't know, that was just one of the other crazy things that happened. Also, we had some celebrities that came into Blockbuster, like Smokey Robinson was one of the coolest guys I ever met working at Blockbuster. He signed one of his CDs that I brought in because I knew he used to come in all the time. But one of the craziest customers that came in was Kevin Federline. You guys all know Britney Spears' ex-boyfriend or whatever. And I have two experiences with him that I'm going to bring up in this video. One is one day he came up, he had his handful of movies, and he had a balance on his account of like $3 and like something cents or whatever, like a late fee. And he got really upset about it. And he was just like, huh, I brought back the movie, and on the computer it said, hey, it's not back yet, you haven't returned it yet, or whatever it was. Something like that. He had a $3 late fee on there. He was just like complaining and whining about the late fee. I had to call my manager over. My manager's like, oh, I can't really do anything because the movie's not back yet. It was just all that, that kind of a thing. And, he's just whining and complaining. And then after like 15-20 minutes of him trying to get out of paying that late fee, he's like, oh, just forget it, whatever. And he pulls out a big wad of money. He doesn't even have a wallet. You know what I mean? He has so much money he can't even fit into a wallet. All he has is like 50s and 100s, a big old stack in his hand, and he goes, here. And I'm like, you wasted 15-20 minutes of our time and you have a fat stack of cash in your hand? But there's also another experience with him. One time he came into the Blockbuster, he came into the store to rent some movies or whatever, and he came in with an iguana on his shoulder. Just like walking in, and I'm like, what is this? Like, first I thought it was just some like, weird like, crazy person that lives around the corner or something, because, our Blockbuster was in like a ghetto area, sort of. And he had an iguana on his shoulder walking through, because you're not really allowed to have pets in there unless it's like a CNI dog or something. And he rents his movies, he comes up to the front, he checks out like 2 or 3 movies, like, boop, 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 okay, that'll be, $12.98 or whatever the price was. And he goes, alright, 1 second please, goes into his pocket or wherever, his pants or whatever, and he pulls out this bag, this like sandwich bag full of fucking coins. Like, like nickels, dimes, pennies, no quarters, no dollar bills, nothing, no hundreds, and goes, dumps it on the counter and says, okay, there you go. And I had to count it, to pay his rental fee or whatever, and then, he was out. I'm like, what the fuck? Last time you had nothing but hundreds in your pocket, but now you're like dumping change out onto the counter and making me count it? What? It was just kind of weird, like someone that has fat stacks of cash is paying with coins, you know what I mean? It was just like, what's going on here? But also, another customer experience I had was with this one older guy, a customer that used to come in all the time. I think he was just kind of crazy, kind of out of his fucking mind, okay? I forgot exactly what his name was. Even if I knew his name, I'm not going to say it on camera. He would come in and never shut up. Always come in and say, yeah, I'm a good guy. You know me, Brendan. Come on, man. I'm a good guy. You know me. I always bring back my movies on time. And then he talks about his different experiences he had through the day. Like, yeah, man, I was at a red light for like 35 minutes and I just couldn't get out of that red light and I just really wanted to get here. Like, telling me every single step of his day as he was standing on the front counter as I'm trying to help a line full of people. And one day he came up. He was kind of like in a weird pissy mood, right? And everyone that worked in that store was like, oh shit, it's him, and like try to duck out of their station and go do something else before he would come up to the front. Like, I would do that too, but sometimes I got stuck with him, just like some other other workers did. He wasn't really like mean, like, oh god, he's gonna hurt me. He was just kind of like annoying, like, dude, shut up. But you can't tell that to it. You can't tell a customer, oh, shut up, One day he comes up to the front. He's kind of in an irritated mood. I'm like, oh damn it. And he's up there asking me a question about a movie. I'm kind of joking around like I always do, because I'm kind of an asshole a little bit. Not being mean, not picking on anybody, just kind of like, being like a wise ass. And he's up there asking me a question. These girls come up to rent movies because he's just sitting there yapping off to the side, and I'm still helping customers at the same time, right? And these young, like 20-something girls come up, and he's talking to me. I'm trying to help them. They're talking to me. And I guess one of the girls pinched his ass. You know what I mean? Like, just to oh, you're cute, and pinched his ass. This guy's like 40, 50 years old or something. and then they walk off. And as they're walking off, he looks at me and says, "Brendan, you're not gonna do anything about this?" I'm like, "No, man. You should get her number or something." And he was just like, oh Jesus. I'm like, dude, it was 20-something girls pinching your old ass. You should be like, oh my God. Ooh, like, Jesus Christ, you know? But then the next day I come into work, my manager calls me into the back saying, well, blah, 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 called in corporate and complained about you, Brendan. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Well, what's his name was up at the front doing his thing and these customers pinched his ass. I'm like, I didn't touch him. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Stop it? Stop it. You can't touch other customers. You can't touch each other. Put your hands to yourself. It was just like, it was just really crazy because Blockbuster really got nuts at the end. They're like just blaming people for random ass things. I'm like, why would I get in trouble if a customer got his ass pinched by somebody else? It's not like I pinched his ass. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? It was just one of those weird, crazy experiences I had at Blockbuster. But guys, that's all I really have for you guys today for this Blockbuster Exposed, crazy customer edition. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the inside of Blockbuster and why I think it failed and why Blockbuster didn't take that leap sooner into the digital format realm like Netflix did. But guys, stay tuned for that. If you guys like this video series, please give them a thumbs up. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Yay, Netflix!